Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we're looking at today is a 2010 Toyota Tacoma SR5 access cab. This Tacoma access cab is painted in magnetic gray metallic. On the remote fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic. The front door panels have storage with bottle holders. It does have power windows, locks, and mirrors. It has a graphite interior with cloth seats. Both of the front seats are manually adjusted, and the driver does get manual lumbar support. This truck has the 2.7-liter inline-4 and a 5-speed manual, but it does have 4-wheel drive. Now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. Toyota currently makes two separate midsize pickups. There's the Hilux, which is sold in most of the world, and then there's the Tacoma, which is sold primarily in North America. The Tacoma made its debut for 1995 after Toyota axed the Hilux, otherwise known as the Toyota Truck or Toyota Pickup, from the US market. Initially, the Tacoma was a compact pickup, but it would become a midsize pickup with the launch of its second generation. As of the 2024 model year, the Tacoma is now in its fourth generation and very much one of the hottest trucks in its class. This 2010 example represents the second generation of the Tacoma, which was produced from model years 2005 through 2015. It was made in three body styles: a regular cab, an extended cab known as Access Cab by Toyota, and a crew cab known as Double Cab by Toyota. This was actually the last generation of the Tacoma to offer a regular cab, as the third and fourth gen Tacomas are Access and Double Cab only. In terms of updates for the second gen Tacoma, I'd say the most notable one came for 2012 in the form of a mid-cycle refresh. Other than that, it didn't change too much over the years. So the 2010 Tacoma came in a wide variety of configurations. It could be had in, of course, regular cab, access cab, and double cab form, with numerous available trim packages from SR5 to the off-road focused TRD off-road to the sporty street-oriented X-Runner, among other configurations. Two engines are available, those being the base 159 horsepower 2.7-liter inline-4 like this truck has, and the optional 236 horsepower 4-liter V6. As for transmissions, the inline-4 could be had with either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. The V6 engine could be had with either a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed auto. Rear-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive were of course your drivetrain options. In the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges: your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. With this button, you can toggle between your trip computers and your odometer. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, and multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls, on this side you have your audio controls, and right here is your cruise control stock. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. A little bit of storage for the driver. You have your power mirror controls, aforementioned, traction control, your clutch start cancel toggle, and with this button, RSCA off, it will disable the side curtain airbags, prevent them from deploying if you go off-road and it thinks you're tipping over. Climate vent for the driver, panel dimmer, grab handles on both A-pillars. On this side you have your exterior lighting stock, and on this side you have your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have your central climate vents. Right here is your whole AM/FM radio head unit with a CD player. Pretty simple to use. You have your hazard switch, passenger airbag indicator, and your digital clock, passenger airbag switch. Right here is your four-wheel drive control dial with 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. Right here you have your single zone manual climate controls with your fan speed, different zones, temperature, AC, and recirculation. The parking brake is hand operated, very old school looking, pretty cool. You have a lighter and a dedicated 12-volt power outlet, and you also have an aux port right here as well. A little bit of storage just ahead of the shifter. There's the H pattern. Now, entering reverse in this one does display a backup camera. Three cup holders right here, and a center console with some storage. Does have an auto-dimming rear view. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and extensions. And on the overhead console, I believe this is where you can stick a garage door transmitter, overhead lighting, and your sunglass holder. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is automatic down. This SR5 rides on 16-inch 5-spoke alloy rims. Powering this Tacoma is the model's base engine for 2010, that being the 2TR FE 2.7-liter naturally aspirated inline 4. It has an iron block, an aluminum head, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and Toyota's VVT-i technology. Horsepower is rated at 159 at 5,200 RPM, and torque is rated at 180 pound-feet at 3,800 RPM. The engine in this truck is paired to a 5-speed manual transmission, and this Tacoma does come with 4-wheel drive. Running on regular unleaded with a 21-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for a Tacoma like this one are 17 mpg in the city and 22 mpg on the highway. It has a double wishbone front suspension and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. Stopping the truck are front ventilated disc brakes and rear drum brakes. Towing capacity when properly equipped is about 3,500 pounds for a 4-cylinder model. Payload, I believe, is roughly 1,400 pounds give or take for this truck. On the back door panels, you also have storage areas, storage compartments beneath the rear seats, now rear passengers do get 2 bottle holders. And there's also a storage area right here, nice compartment. Coat hooks on the back door panels. And you have that nice sliding rear window. But as for space, I'm about 6'1". It's a very, very tight, cramped, uncomfortable back seat. And I even had to move the driver's seat way forward just to even fit back here as it is. But that's, that's not surprising. It's par for the course for not only a mid-size truck, but especially an extended cab. These are kind of, they're more comfortable. I will give it this. It's more comfortable and more usable than the side-mounted jump seats in like a Ranger or an S10. And it is still usable if you have a very small person, or if you need to use these in a pinch, you still have them, but it's just not very comfortable. Fuel cap is on the driver's side. Single exhaust. The Tacoma Access cab uses a 6-foot bed. Anyways, you do have a nice tonneau cover in this one. Nice bed liner. Always nice having bed liners. You can throw whatever you want in here, not have to worry about scratching the paint up. But anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2010 Toyota Tacoma. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.